And I'd give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. And all I can taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your light. 'Cause sooner or later it's over. I just don't want you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let me bring this a little closer. This is sort of what it looks like, minus the 3D effect, of course, when you're looking through this right here. What the heck is that thing you're saying? Well, this is an old way of viewing pictures. Yeah, isn't that funny? I had to share this with you guys just to show you. I've been going back through some old items that I have acquired over the years. This is actually called a stereoscope. Ever heard of one? Probably not. Then again, there's a good chance you could have heard of one if you're old enough. No, I'm not old enough to have been privy to the knowledge of using one of these. I'm not quite that old. But I was gifted this several years ago by a buddy of mine. And I really love it. It's pretty awesome. I was pricing some of them available on eBay and Etsy, and they run about $185 to $200 or so, depending on condition and the amount of photos that come with it. That's where the price really goes up, depending upon how many photos go with it. Well, I have numerous photos that go with it. I will show you just a few of some of the ones that I thought were interesting enough for me, at least. This is a joke, and if you'll look, the little boy's pointing, or at least opening his hand toward the goat and explaining something to the gentleman wearing the hat. The other two kids are intently standing by the goat, and one of them, if you'll notice, sitting on the ground, has his ear up against the goat's belly. And the reason being, it says down below, Billy swallowed the music box and we can hear it play. There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. That's a song years ago. If you've never heard that song, then you don't like vintage songs either. But I like vintage items. Anything that's antique, I've always been interested in. And with the sub pictures as they are, that allows it to come through when you're viewing it with the double lenses in stereo or 3D. They called it stereo back then. Here's an interesting picture of Washington's Mount Vernon, Virginia, Washington's tomb. You look through there and it becomes 3D. A lot of the pictures that I have are seemingly ones that would be bought and sent to friends, maybe on if you're on vacation, like postcards. And I think this was, for the most part, how they have they sent postcards to people. That way you could see their pictures. This was when our first president lived and died in Mount Vernon, Virginia. This one is, interestingly enough, a reception day they had at the White House. Now, notice this is the original old White House. This is the one that burned, I think, first years ago. From some of the additions, I can tell I may be wrong, but I think that's what that is. Notice the ladies in the pink dresses. Now, there's no guarantee those dresses were pink because of the fact that they didn't have color pictures back then. So someone evidently doctored these up years later. That's all I can figure. I'm not really sure about that. This is one of the ladies walking away from the reception, leaving the White House after the reception. Obviously, security was not quite as strict back then. You see a bubby right here, a cop with his hat. He's just checking people out as they come and go, and the doors wide open, the gates, of course. Some of the others I would love to show you all of these. I don't have time, but this one in particular is the grand stairway in the Library of Congress in Washington. You know, some of these are a little worse for wear, I guess, but they really are fun to look at. It's like a step back into time just to view these. I had some issues in moving. Oh, this is the up Black Dog Creek in a canoe after the ducks, it says. And notice there's an Indian guide back there following. Anyway, as I was saying, I was doing some repair work because it got messed up in the move. And if you'll notice right here, I had to glue that. So I wanted it to stay, and I didn't want it to ruin, but it's got a glossy coat on it where I ran the glue around it, but it was completely snapped in half there. These needed tightening, and some of them still do. This one, for example, is a little loose. I have to finish that one. But these are all original screws. This is the original leather binding that goes around the top. And I have gone around and glued that back on as well. Just wanted to show you guys. Wondering if you have anything like that you'd like to show me. Feel free. Email me if you don't mind. HunterGreenBro@yahoo.com. That, my friends, is a stereoscope.
You wanna shout and sing, there'll be a hard time in Old Town tonight, my baby. When you hear them bells go ding-a-ling, all down around, and sweetly you must sing. When the birds and sue, and the horse will all join in, there'll be And I'd give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. And all I can taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your light. 'Cause sooner or later it's over. I just don't want you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.